Hey guys, it's Losing Melanie. Melanie here. I've been away for a long time, some really big things going on in my life, but I wanted to check in and let you guys know how I've been doing and that I didn't fall off of the face of the earth. I am 37 weeks and 4 days today. I had my lap band placed on March 15th, 2011. To date, I have lost about 43 pounds. I started off at 265 and dropped all the way down to 218, but now I'm back up after Thanksgiving to about 223 this morning. It's not a lot of weight loss. It's certainly not what I wanted. I lost the majority of that the first 4 months after the lap band. For a good 6 months, I've battled the same 5 pounds because I've had a lot of things going on in my body. Back in May, I told you guys that I was having to have a right knee surgery. That went okay, but it didn't completely heal up very well. It wasn't as effective as I had hoped it would be, so I still wasn't able to really exercise the way I wanted to. Just wasn't as successful as I had hoped. And then the last week of October, I received an injection of steroids into my knee. Unbeknownst to myself and the medical staff, the lidocaine was actually infected with MRSA. Which is methicillin-resistant Staph aureus. I acquired a MRSA septic arthritis in my knee, which is like an abscess in my knee joint. And while that bacteria is in there, it eats away at your knee and your bone and your cartilage and everything. So I ended up going into the hospital, being hospitalized for 8 days. Underwent surgery that wasn't as successful as they hoped, so 3 days later I underwent a second surgery that was quite a bit more involved and a lot more difficult to recover from. That was the first week of November. I've been out of the hospital now for about 4 weeks. I have had lots of physical therapy. I am excited to say I'm back walking without a cane, walking without a walker, I'm out of a wheelchair. Those were all really big goals for me at the time. Now my big thing is going up and down stairs. It's crazy how the simplest acts that you do every day without thinking become completely impossible, and you have to force your mind to make those muscles work the way they're supposed to and to use proper body mechanics. And so that's where I'm at right now. I have a handy dandy PICC line, which if you guys don't know what that is, that's an IV that's more permanent than the normal ones that they put in your hands. It goes up my arm and into the first part of my heart. I deliver my own IV antibiotics every day. I have a 6-week course of IV antibiotics that I'm taking. At this point, I have about 2 weeks left. So my body's been in a lot of healing mode for the last several months, and I think that has a lot to do with my lack of weight loss, but I also think that I just haven't been diligent. I haven't used the lap band the way that I needed to, and I've used work as an excuse. I'm a doctor and very busy. I'm a family medicine resident. I work long hours, and I eat from the cafeteria, 9 times out of 10, which sounds like it would be healthy, but surprisingly a hospital cafeteria is not the most healthy place to choose from. And I'm really terrible about choosing healthy, which is why I'm overweight to begin with. The lap band has kept me from gaining, which has been amazing, because there are days that I don't even feel like I have one, and then there are days that I really feel like I have one and it's really tight. Some foods I absolutely cannot eat now. I have 4.6 cc's in my 10 cc lap band, so I have a lot of room, and if I wanted to be more diligent, I could. I am a little bit frustrated that I'm not taking this more seriously, but it seems like there are so many other things on my plate right now that this has to be one of those things that I have to push off just a little. So I do what I can on a day-to-day basis. Exercise right now, the best I can do is the recumbent bike, and only in limited quantities because I just simply have enough trouble walking. And, those are things that I'm going to get better with. And I know that with physical therapy and continued efforts on my part, I will eventually get to that place where I can exercise more intensely. And I look forward to that now. I kind of took it for granted before, and now I greatly appreciate it in a way. I think I needed to go through this to kind of see things from a patient perspective. So if you're wondering what I look like now, let's turn this around here. I'll step back for you. So I started this process, let me pull it down just a little. I started this process busting out of my 24s. I am currently wearing a size 18. So I still have a long ways to go. I still have a lot of room to improve, but I'm feeling better. I'm actually have been trying to lose weight for a really long time, and so I have kept journals, and I went back through my journals, and I'm actually the smallest I have been in 11 years. I'm 35. That's a third of my life. So that's pretty exciting. And I still have a lot of room to go down. But I'm on the cusp of breaking that last barrier where before too long I will be in the hundreds, and that's going to be huge for me. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to that. Christmas, Thanksgiving season is always a hard time to get really dedicated, but I'm working on it, and it's all in here. It has very little to do with my lap band. The lap band is a tool, but more than anything, the decision to get the lap band was a catalyst for me to take my health seriously, because in order for me to go through a serious surgery with serious side effects and serious consequences and serious money, because I had to pay cash for it, I had to really say, now I will be diligent. And I've let myself down a little bit with that, but it's always in the back of my mind that, I'm like, gosh, I went through all of this. Don't waste this opportunity. And the lap band is a great tool, but really, if anyone has proven that it's all about your head, because my head was in the game the first few months and I was melting. And when my head kind of dropped out of the race, that's when my weight loss plateaued. And I stayed right where I was, literally 5-pound increment, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, every single week. I still weigh daily. I still keep on top of things, and this month alone I've lost about 5 pounds, and so I'm at the bottom of that 5-pound range where I bump back and forth, and I'm ready to lose the next 5 pounds and push it down again. I want to be below 220 before December is over with, and I certainly want to be well in the bottom teens or out of the teens by the end of January. So I want to be in Wonderland. That's my goal. By my 1-year surgiversary, I will be in Wonderland. I won't be the goal, but I will be in Wonderland. So guys, thank you so much for the support and love I get from you, and I really appreciate you watching, and I still get so much inspiration from seeing you guys, so keep up. I'll talk to you later. Bye.